Well, hey there. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about philosophy. I don't mean philosophy as like a wide-ranging pursuit of some form of knowledge and a way to live your life. I mean a specific narrow philosophy, not of life really, but just an idea that I've been testing for going on, I'm going to say, probably 20 years. I know my older kids were young, elementary age, when I started testing out this philosophy. Here's the philosophy: old school is the good school. That's deep, right? Old school is the good school. Now, for those of you that are into electronics, like this cell phone that I'm using to record this video, you would definitely say old school is not the good school. Because I'll give you props on this thought process. If we're talking about phones, the cell phones are really cool. If you compare that to the phone that I grew up with, where you pick it up, it's got a cord to it, and you have to dial or push buttons on this little pad that's on the main part of the phone to dial somebody's number. Compared to today's cell phones, that is antiquated. It's a dinosaur. But when it comes to just talking on the phone, it gets the job done. So it all depends on what you're talking about. With a cell phone, it's not just a cell phone. It is a TV to watch, well, YouTube videos. Thanks again for watching. It is a camera. It's a texting device. It is a creative device to do things with photographs. Because it's a camera, you can also download apps. You guys know what a cell phone is. You know what a cell phone does. So in the sense of a phone, I don't know that it's a better device. In the sense of all these other things compared to the old school dinosaur phone that I grew up with, sure, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's get back to the concept. Old school is the good school. I'm going to give you an example. This is a level. Does it make you feel dizzy? I'm looking at the screen and I'm feeling a little woozy right now. But yes, this is a level. This is a very old level. It's so old, I don't even know. I'm wondering if somebody made the thing, but I bought this years ago at an estate sale, and I have had a love affair with levels for a long time. I've not gotten too crazy in buying antique levels. I only have 5 or 6 maybe when it comes down to it, which is still a lot. But I love levels. Well, this is an old level, and in and of itself, it's just beautiful, but it's broken on the inside here. It works great in the middle, which is where I'm going to use it most of the time, and it's broken here, and is even missing a piece of, you can see where I can stick my finger inside. Now you see it? Now you don't. Yeah, crazy. But this works as good as any other level that I have. I have a modern bamboo one that my mother-in-law bought me, and it is awesome. It's longer and it's beautiful, but it works as good as this one. Or I should say, this one works as good as the new one with the new kind of technology. So this is old school. This in and of itself is not only practical, though. To me, it's also beautiful. And it's not like modern beautiful, it's old school beautiful. So part of the old school is the good school for me is that you get reconnected to something in the past that is beautiful. It's often beautiful. Now, not everybody sees beauty in patina, but I love patina. I love when there's age on something, the paint's scraping or wearing off, or the stain is fading. I like that. So when you're talking about old school, it gives you maybe all kinds of pictures, right? But old school not only connects you to something beautiful, Old school also connects you in some ways, especially in regards to woodworking or carpentry. Old school connects you to old school or old world or whatever you want to call it, craftsmanship. I've got a beautiful Makita drill. I've told you in the video I did on the RV that I love Makita power tools. That's what my boss required of me when I first really got into the trades, is that we use Makita power tools. But there's just something about connecting with something that is an older tool. This drill kind of press thing, you know, to be able to use something like this. I've never actually used this one, by the way. I've had it for years and it's been stored, and I pulled it out recently as I'm trying to get back in touch with some of the older tools that I have. But just think about drilling into a piece of wood with this. This is wonderful. But I've got a little story to tell about another one. This is another place where old school, I believe, is the good school. This drill here, I'm gonna hold it, check it out. Beautiful, right? I don't know if you can really see it. It's got a little red color in it. But it's just heavy. And I remember when I first bought this, again, I believe I got it from an estate sale. That's where a lot of the older tools that I get come from. And when I got it, I have to be honest, I lived in an apartment. I came home to the apartment and I looked at the wood on the cabinets in the kitchen. And I found a place that did not, it was a place where if you did something to it, nobody would see it. And so I drilled onto that place and I just drilled a hole in it. Looks like I'm fishing. Whoa, whoa, I actually caught something. Oh, what? Wait, just kidding. I didn't, but okay, back to the story. Man, rabbit trails. I'm actually not ADD. You might think differently. But yeah, I was drilling into this cabinet, and then I had this moment what am I doing? But I was so excited to use the old school tool because I was used to the power drill. Well, there's something else about old tools in particular, is that it does get you in touch with, it seems like, creators or craftsmen or people that, especially in carpentry, carpenters, woodworkers from the past, when you're using the tools that guys would have used before there were power tools. Neat thought. So this old school, to me, is the good school. It doesn't mean the new school doesn't have anything to offer. It does simply mean old school connects you to something old. And to me, that which is old is often good. Now, not everything old is good. I gave the cell phone analogy. Most people would say to doing the old school phone. But using tools that are old or old style reconnects me, my hands, my head, and my heart into work in a way that the power tools don't do and the new school tools don't do. The new school tools are mostly about efficiency. So let me give you a quick philosophical bonus point. Old school is the good school. That's my general idea. It's been tested for years, and often I still see old school being the good school. But another bonus right here at the end of this video is that efficiency is overrated. For me as a carpenter, for me as somebody that works with wood and trim and all of that kind of stuff, I believe that efficiency is truly overrated. It doesn't mean that sometimes I don't need to get a job done quicker, but what it does mean is when I take my head, my hands, and my heart, and I put them into the work, that takes time. And taking the time is where the details come out. Putting love into it, not just getting it done quick so I can make a buck, that's not what it's about. Actually putting head, hands, and heart together to a project to do it well for the sake of doing the job well. See, getting the job done is not simply about getting the job done. It's about getting the job done well. So, in that regard, bonus, efficiency is overrated. So, old school's the good school. Feel free to like and comment and say, you're full of bad ideas. Or, I agree. Or, give one of your philosophical concepts in regards to maybe craftsmanship or carpentry or something like that. Or even just put a pointer. Or even just correct me. Or even just do a thumbs up. Do whatever. But whatever you do, connect your head, your hands, and your heart. And whatever you lay your hands to do it for the glory of God. Do it for the good of those that you're serving. And do it as well for the good of your own soul. Do it in a way that causes you to thrive and grow as well. So I welcome your comments. And I thank you for listening to Philosophical Story Hour with Joseph Cartwright on Cartwright Carpentry YouTube channel.